In our example, okay, so consider the function f of x is equals to x plus 2. If we graph this function, this is what it looks like. Okay, so any nature if we graph this f of x, which is x plus 2. Now our goal here is to find the limit of f, no, of f of x as x approaches to 3. Okay? Or to understand clearly, in other words, we want to find the value of f of x, as it approaches to, as its x approaches to 3. So, unsay value ni f of x, if ang ato ang x value magkaduol sa x is equals to 3. So, graphically, this is the y value we approach when we look at the graph of f and get closer and closer to the point on the graph where x is equals to 3. So, kani siya ang value, kung atong tanawon, this is where our f of x approaches to, as our x approaches to 3. So, as we can see, the y value that we approach to as we get closer to 3 is 5. Atong tanawon. So, it's actually 5. That is from both ways, no? From left to right and from right to left, we see that the same ang value na gi-approach sa ato ang function as our x approaches to 3, which is 5. Thus, we say, if this is the case, we say that the limit of x plus 2, which is our f of x, as x approaches to 3 is equals to 5. Okay? And note that this should be true. No, 5 should be true on both ways. So from left to right and right to left. If we to show it clearly, no, as x approaches to 3 from right to left, that is from positive, on the positive direction, it should always be 3. It always should be 5. And on the other way around, as our x approaches to 3 from the left side to the right side, which is with a negative direction, it should also be 5. Okay, so we cannot say that a limit of a function has a value x if this two doesn't have the same value. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is the difference then between simply uh, the value of x at 3, the value of f of x at x is equals to 3, and the limit of an f of x as x approaches to 3. So, say difference between the limit of f at x is equals to 3 og the value, no, of f at x is equals to 3. Okay. If you look at the example, x of this f of x, no, ang value niya as our x is equals to 3 is 5. So why solve just a value lang? Anong mag-limit-limit pa man ta?